What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about SPX 6900 and why it is killing the game despite not having a formal dev team, despite not having, any leader of a sort. It is still absolutely crushing the game. And again, this is what I was telling you guys when it comes to a token that has a strong community. So all this, dev this, team that, all this and that, like it really doesn't matter in today's market. As long as you have a community, and of course, if your token is structured properly, then everything else is going to take care of itself. So before I dive too deeply into this video, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, consider subscribing. Definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about today's video. And again, SPX right now, it is definitely given the role model for what other meme coins want to inspire to be, especially with their diehard community. All you see just them posting, talking about SPX. So they really bought into what Murad is preaching, guys. Again, he's not even the leader of SPX, but he is probably the most famous within the SPX community. But it goes to show you, if you buy in collectively, and that's what it got to be. Like, in order for your meme token, or at least for you to be able to make life-changing gains, especially in the early stages of a lot of these projects, you have to buy into the idea of possibly, you maybe going to be able to make this life-changing game. Because if you don't, then of course you're not going to do, because action or belief is preceded by action. So if you're not taking action, then you simply don't believe. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So we're calling a spade a spade. So one thing though that I want to point out, and so that way you guys can know where we're at, in the market, is the alts, guys. Where is the alts currently sitting? Currently sitting at a $308 billion market cap, guys. $308 billion market cap. So we still have not surpassed prior cycles all-time high when it comes to alt. So once that happened, once we break past this level, guys, this is where madness is going to take place. This is when things is really going to get nuts in the crypto market. And to see SPX actually outpacing, let me get back to it. To see SPX actually outpacing what is currently happening right now in the alt market, it is crazy to think like how crazy group of individuals who believe in one specific thing, that SPX is gonna, flip the stock market, and it just gradually going up. Like anytime there's a dip, you see accumulation start to happen. And again, this is the model. This is the example of how a community is built. So let me just pull up the chart here so that way you guys can see it. Just look at it. Like anytime there's a dip, guys, and this is how true CTOs, because it always goes back to what I was saying, like SPX 6900, at the end of the day, it is a true CTO, you know, where the community, in order for this token to be successful, the community has to do for it. So without the community, then this would not be successful. So it's the belief, the community, and the actions that they take. So this is why, again, when I talk about Roaring Kitty, I'm like, yo, Roaring Kitty could absolutely do the same thing, but it is going to take a group of individuals, holders, people who are already holding the token, who truly believe into taking action. Because again, without the action that you take, then the token is not going to move forward. For example, we had a community member today, um, out of their own pocket, and big shout out to him. He wanted to just try out and see what would happen if he generated a volume bot on the Solana side. So that's exactly what happened. We've seen $21,000 worth of volume on the Solana side. Of course, it was the bot, but guess what it ended up doing? It ended up generating a super high yield when it comes to APR for farming. So imagine if this is done consistently, or if it's done, periodically, and a big whale from the Solana side see it, and they're like, you know what, with this big yield, let me go ahead and provide liquidity for Roaring Kitty. And typically that's how things work, especially for us, because we'll go to sleep and wake up, then next thing you know, something new happened, kind of like that. So there's so much stuff that we as a community is doing. Then we also had another community member who was working with bad idea into integrating some stuff for Roaring Kitty. So things, when I say like it's moving, like we're not as big as SPX, because when you look at SPX, they have around like 44,000 holders, which is still not a lot, when you compare it to, and it just goes to show you could do a lot with 44,000 people versus other project who have like 500, even 100,000, holders, and they're not really accomplishing much. It's, at the end of the day, it is up to the group of individuals. And again, if the meme tokens that you are in, it's not really performing, then at the end of the day, it's the people that's involved in it. And this one thing that I always say, like when it comes to Roaring Kitty, the people that is involved in Roaring Kitty, the holders that believe, like, we have some pretty good group of individuals. Of course, we love to see more people get active. Currently right now, and this is how I'm gauging it based upon like the NFT mint. We got 114 NFTs minted, based upon 52 people, or I'm sorry, 56 people. So we're still like what we're still like 884 NFTs left to being minted. So imagine now we start getting a little bit more participation, two, three, four, 500 people that's within the Roaring Kitty community, and they at least mint one NFT. Guess what, guys? It's going to trigger, events like this. Of course, it's going to be on a smaller scale starting off, but this is how we really get the wheels rolling. In order for us to being able to get to the billions of market cap, like people say, yeah, billions must roar. Yeah, I believe Roaring Kitty's going to a billion, but they are not putting in the action. So actions matter at the end of the day. But really, guys, that is all that I have for you. And again, big shout out to the SPX community, because again, you guys are pretty much laying out the blueprint of how communities should operate. And the only thing that we could do is just follow after you guys' footstep. By the time you guys reach 10, 20, $30 billion, Roaring Kitty may be around like a $10 billion market cap. So we'll see. But things, guys, is progressing. Again, the 10K NFT giveaway is still going on. Get it, mint your NFT while Ethereum is still low. So the lucky winner, whoever mints this NFT right here, they're gonna be able to get that $10,000 prize of in USD. So you could actually USDT, and you could actually use that funds to buy more. You could buy SPX, or you could buy whatever token that you want. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.